If you're a faithful fan of this show, you no doubt have frozen puff pastry in your freezer right now. Remove one sheet, place on a clean kitchen towel, cover and thaw for 30 to 45 minutes.
Hot box to 400, rack upper third. Now, my standard MO for a pork roast not going to the grill is to add a spice, a fruit, and an herb. So I'm thinking mustard, whole grain, apples, dried, and some fresh thyme. Now, these are all assertive flavors, so we're gonna back up the pork itself with some cured pork, which can also serve as a wrapper, say 4.5 ounces of prosciutto, the famed salted air cured but unsmoked ham from Italy. Now, depending on the cut, it's gonna take anywhere from 5 to 10 very, very thin pieces. It's expensive stuff, but a little goes a long way. Oh, we're also going to need 1 egg beaten with a tablespoon of water, and of course, 1 pork tenderloin.
Before going any further, take 1 ounce of the apples for a spin around your favorite food processor until they look something like this.
Okay, I have here 1 tenderloin already liberated of its silver skin. I'm gonna split it down the middle with a sharp boning knife. And in order to kind of even up the size of both ends for even cooking, I'm gonna flip this end over here. There. Now just lay out your prosciutto pieces, as many as it takes, just overlapping so that they go from one side to the other. Roll over them with a rolling pin. That'll kind of knit the fat together. Now this is gonna get some seasoning. 1 teaspoon of the fresh thyme goes on, followed by a 1/4 teaspoon of both kosher salt and black pepper. Now the meat goes back on. There. And the apples are gonna go right down the middle. We're gonna roll this up. Now the important thing is that the end of the prosciutto tucks under, so kind of roll it over and then pull the parchment away. That'll make sure that that prosciutto stays put. And then just roll, kind of pull, roll, and pull. There, that looks great. Now just set this aside. Now, little flour goes on the board to prevent sticking, and we bring forth the pastry. Now we're basically looking for about a 12 by 14 piece. So just start rolling, and don't forget to change directions or you'll end up with something that looks like an amoeba, and that's never good eats. Now, the mustard, and I've just got 2 tablespoons here, whole grain. Get it as thin as you possibly can, otherwise it'll pool up. There, position your pork roll right over that, and roll. We've got just a couple of inches left. You're gonna want to apply the egg wash, and that's gonna kind of glue things together. There, now roll, pinch the ends. Okay, now move that to a half sheet pan that has some parchment paper on it, and brush the top for even browning. To the oven. Cook until the internal temperature reaches 140 degrees and the exterior is golden brown and delicious. It's gonna take 25 to 30 minutes. Now that is what I call pig in a blanket. Now you are going to be sorely tempted to carve right into that straight from the oven. Do not move it to a cooling rack and let it have 10 minutes to just sit and gather itself. That'll allow the outside crust to solidify. When you do cut, serrated knife is the only tool for the job. Now this is the really cool part. Use nice long strokes and you will be rewarded. That is a beautiful cut of meat. I like to serve it nice and thick like this. Now, what I love about this dish, besides the fact that it's absolutely delicious, is that it looks like it took hours to prepare, even though it didn't. I love that.